What is indeed going on, people? This is Jonah Pipney, and welcome back to another sports reaction. You already read the title of the video, but before the start of the official video, just make sure to like and subscribe, and also to comment in the video, and also to make sure to hit that notification button as well, so then you can make sure to get all your videos from me, Jonah Pipney. But of course, you read the title of the video. We is talking about Matt Nagy and the reason why he is the cancer of the Chicago Bears. Now, I've stated this 9 months ago. I did a video talking about 4 reasons why the Bears should keep Mitchell Trubisky. And it, of course, it did well. I still had a whole bunch of haters in the video saying that I don't know football. He can't read a defense, basically just basing everything on what the media says. And now, guess what? 9 months later, everything that I said back then is now coming into full flourishing. And guess what? Matt Nagy cannot do what the fuck he needs to do. Everything I said yesterday, everything I've been saying now is finally coming out. People are saying that, oh, he put now Justin Fields in the worst type of position not to succeed, much like he did Trubisky so many times for so many years, and the reason why Trubisky is not here. This also lets me know that how goofy the goddamn McCaskies is. This let me know that they have no business continuously owning this team or even having any type of control over the team because they don't know what the hell they're doing. To allow Matt Nagy to still come around and still be the head coach of this team. Based on everything we saw yesterday, now the media is finally saying what I've been saying. He is not putting the players in the right position to succeed. And everyone saw it yesterday. Everyone saw that Matt Nagy literally set that man up to fucking fail. Yeah, I know, Butters. I know. I seen it. I seen your stuff, man. But you saw it, Butters. Everyone saw it that literally Matt Nagy literally set that man up to fail so that Andy Dalton could be able to come back in and be the starting quarterback. Everyone saw that bullshit. He ran literally just one or two screen passes, misdirection type of plays. He literally set that boy up to not succeed. He found his man in Andy Dalton, much like last year he had found his man in Nick Foles. And guess what happened? Last year, 2-5. This year, with Andy Dalton being probably the starting quarterback, even though he did perform better, because guess what? Matt Nagy called better plays to try to put him in better position to succeed. That's the reason why things went the way it went between the two. But as of right now, everyone is calling for Matt Nagy job, and even me, as of right now, I've been saying it from the beginning that he doesn't know how to call plays. He calls the same 25 to 30 plays all the goddamn time. I've been telling people this shit for the longest, and people keep trying to tell me that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But now it seems like everything is coming out, and everyone is finally starting to see the big picture that Matt Nagy will be the reason why the Chicago Bears fail. He is the cancer that it will continuously grow and just basically poison this goddamn team. He wants things to go exactly the way he wanted to go. And if things ain't going the way he wanted to go, just like where Andy Dalton just so happened to get hurt, he was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want Justin Fields to start. I don't even want him to play right now. My plan is not to play him until probably next year. That was most likely his plan to try to have it be exactly like it was in Kansas City between Patrick Mahomes and Alex Smith. And because it didn't go exactly the way he wanted it to go, because he pissed off about the way everything went down, and the simple fact that the fans is booing Andy Dalton and cheering for Justin Fields, he was like, I'm pretty sure he came up with something in his crazy ass brain, like, oh yeah, I got something for them. I got something for the fans. I'm gonna start him, but I'm not gonna run no screen passes into the third quarter. I'm gonna have most 9 times out of 10 just 5-man protections against 6 and 7 man blitzes. If I do have 6-man protection, they're only going to chip and then they're going to run straight out. They're not even really chipping out there, which I don't think Miles Garrett was chipped not once that game, and they hardly ever had max protection in there to make sure that Justin Fields had enough time to be able to throw the football. So he basically did everything he can to cause this kid to fail, and once again to have the defense out the majority of the goddamn game. I believe the defense was out there like 40 fucking minutes yet again, like much like they was last year during that 7 game stretch when Nick Foles was starting. And the reason why that defense burnt out and did not look anything like it did, not even in 2019, despite the terrible play caller by Chuck Pagano as well. But at least he made sure that they was in a safe position to try to make a play out there on the field. It seems like none of that is happening. Now, of course, it's not all just on Matt Nagy. Justin Fields did not play well also, but Matt Nagy definitely made sure that Justin Fields did not succeed. And honestly, I'm surprised that I haven't heard no news that the Chicago Bears have fired Matt Nagy, because he's definitely not the guy. He is not the head coach to lead this team. He not even anything to lead any fucking body. But he showed constantly that he's a spoiled brat and he should not be in charge of nothing, like any goddamn thing. I'm pretty sure that the way he runs his household got to be fucking out of control as well, because the way he's running this NFL team, it makes people depressed. It got people looking crazy right now. Look at this guy right here. He had to change his goddamn name to Depression, but it's literally just based on watching Matt Nagy coach this goddamn team. And I'm just sick of it. I'm sick and tired of seeing incompetent play calling. I'm sick and tired of seeing horrible game plans. It's like everything that I've been seeing from this coach has just been out of control. I really don't get why he's still a head coach. I don't know why they drafted Justin Fields just to basically have him get killed out there, getting sacked 9 goddamn times, specifically because we got goofy ass people like this. Matter of fact, hold on 1 second. This dumbass dog. Okay, I'm back. Shit, dumbass shit going on outside. But anyways, everything that this man has been doing is basically just to set this quarterback up to fail. And I'm pretty sure when Andy Dalton comes back, or whatever injury he comes back from, he's gonna make sure that he put Andy Dalton in the best position to succeed. But he's not gonna do that for Justin Fields. He going out there in the press conference acting and shit like he depressed. Oh, it's all on me. That man don't give a fuck. He really don't. He want his guys to succeed. That's the reason why he put in Nick Foles last year after 1 interception. That's the reason why he rode Nick Foles to a 2-5 record, and it took for Nick Foles to get injured before he put Trubisky back in. And Trubisky basically saved his fucking job, getting us into the fucking playoffs. And then he threw him under the bus. Ryan Pace threw him under the bus. And now, of course, Trubisky is in Buffalo. Now he had no choice but to take the blame for it because, of course, his lightning rod is not here no more. He's in Buffalo. And guess what? It's a rookie quarterback that he put out there. So if he would have threw Justin Fields under the bus, everybody would have been at his head. So he had no choice but to take the blame for that goddamn loss because he continues to call the same 25 to 30 goddamn plays. He is incapable of doing anything competent. And it seems like everyone is starting to goddamn see the big picture that I've been saying for the longest. I've been saying this for the past couple of seasons that Matt Nagy needs to stop calling plays. They need to have somebody else do them because he is incapable of game planning. He cannot game plan to save his goddamn life, period. And it's gonna wind up getting that guy hurt, or he's gonna lose confidence, or he's gonna try to get up out of Chicago as quickly as possible the moment his rookie deal is done, as long as Matt Nagy is here, because he's gonna scar him. We cannot keep wasting defensive performances like this. It was almost wasted the week before against Cincinnati when they almost came back and won against the team. It was definitely wasted against the Browns yesterday, holding them 13 points in the first half when it could have been far worse. They held them all the way into the beginning of the fourth quarter when they finally start breaking down. and start losing their concentration and not making the necessary tackles and allowing them to go down the field and just score on them. All of that happened specifically because, well, specifically to be more exact, because Matt Nagy did not do what he's supposed to do. I've said this multiple times. I even said it yesterday. In order for a team that is not as good as the previous team to win on offense, you have to scheme your way to victory. He didn't scheme shit. He didn't call screenplays whenever the Cleveland Browns was getting all that pressure on them. When the Bears was dominating Cleveland offensive line, which they put a lot of money into their offensive line, a lot of money. And the Bears defense just straight up dominated them like that and constantly was getting pressure on Baker Mayfield. What did they do? They called screenplays to slow down that pass rush, to get them running down that field, even though they knew it's a guarantee that the running back is going to eventually get tackled. But guess what? Now the defensive line has to trot down the field, and guess what? They do not have the same amount of fucking energy that they would have had to pass rush the quarterback right after that. Guess what? Now the quarterback can drop straight back. He got all the time in the pocket, and now he can deliver a nice ball to either Odell Beckham or the other guy named Peoples or whatever the hell his name was that was on Cleveland. And that's basically exactly what Cleveland did. Every time the Bears was getting ready to put constant pressure on Baker Mayfield, they'd call misdirection play this way, screen pass that way, wide receiver screen. They will always do something to try to get them back on track. And that's something that the Chicago Bears just clearly failed to do. Why? Because you got a goofy ass head coach that's too busy trying not to only be the head coach, but be the offensive coordinator. He want to be your pastor. He want to be every goddamn thing. He want to preach this, preach that, but don't even follow his own goddamn logic. He say be you, but then he want to do something different. This was the best time for him to be him and turn around and call those goddamn wide receiver screens, all them goddamn screen passes that he unnecessarily doing every other goddamn game that he's been doing since 2018, since he got here. Now all of a sudden he don't want to do it. And screen passes had always been a forte of what his offense is about. He loved doing it, but now all of a sudden he decides that, oh, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to sit back and let Justin Fields get his ass sacked 9 times. And I'm not going to put no additional protections in the backfield. And if I do, they're only going to chip out and then they're going to run. That's literally what he was doing the entire time, not giving him a chance to win. And it don't matter what quarterback you had in there. I don't care if you had Tom Brady in his place, Patrick Mahomes, or any goddamn body. If you had Matt Nagy calling the goddamn plays, they all get murdered out there. And they probably is injured. They probably got a goddamn concussion. I'm surprised that Justin Fields is not hurt. Now I did hear that he had a minor hand injury, but he just getting an exam just to get a goddamn just a precautions exam. That's it. That's basically what he's doing. But other than that, he said he's going to be fine. He'll be able to return next week. And the following week, of course, the Bears take on the Lions, but I'll talk about that another time. When I do the actual video about the Chicago Bears taking on the Lions in week 4. But I just don't know about Matt Nagy. I just know that he cancerous. And as of right now, I'm pretty sure the team is finally starting to get it together mentally. Like he literally set this kid up because he wants his guy to win. He wants to win the way he wants to win. He don't want to win ugly. He want to win the Matt Nagy way. And if it's not the Matt Nagy way, he wants the guy to lose. Period. What's up, TRL? What's going down, bro? I'm about to say if you want to hop in here and even talk about your team as well, the link is in the description, so you can even hop on if you wanted to. But basically, yeah, man, it's crazy that I see shit like this. I see shit like this happen, and that our team is just in the worst type of way possible. This turmoil with our team. What I know the defense is basically thinking like, man, here we go again. Here we go again that we doing everything we supposed to do to win, but we can't because our offense can't fucking score. And I know that shit got to be depressing. It gotta be. Getting my guest in here right now. I don't know why it's not putting them in. Okay, I'll do it again. But basically, man, it's kind of goofy that it take for this type of performance to happen before the goddamn media finally turns around and say something and say what I've been saying for years. What's going on, TRL? How you feeling?
Well, I'm tired this morning, but other than that, I'm good. So yeah.
Oh, okay. And I'm about to say you've been listening in, man. You've been tuning in.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you even see anything about Bears media, but everybody that's been saying something about the Bears, they finally saying all the key points that I've been saying for the past few seasons that Matt Nagy is the reason why the Bears is not succeeding. He's the reason why Mitchell Trubisky is not succeeding. He's intentionally calling horrible plays to make sure he put that kid in the worst type of position to succeed. And now that Trubisky is gone and now Justin Fields is in, he did the exact same thing, doing literally just one man protections, I mean 5 man protections with nobody in the backfield to try to add on any type of protection, and allowed that kid to get sacked 9 times. Didn't call any screen plays, no misdirection plays, nothing to slow down that pass rush. He just literally left the kid out to dry. That's
Yeah.
literally what he did.
Mhm.
And I was like, God damn, that shit is just it's crazy that the simple fact that I see shit like that. But
Yeah.
it is on that. But I see you in the comment section yesterday talking about Kyler Murray, how much he pissed you off.
Yeah.
Shit, just
Unbelievable. I
one
mean,
about it.
I said it in a live stream. I expected 50 points out of him in fantasy. He only got me 16, and uh, it's against the Jaguars, so I guess it was expected the W at least. But I mean, we could have played so much better. Kyler didn't have a single passing touchdown against one of the worst defenses in the NFL. And the Jaguars defense literally showed up in the first half. They only kept us at 7 points. And at the end of the half, our dumbass of a head coach makes Matt Prater attempt a 68-yard field goal. And I thought the worst case scenario was that the Jaguars would return it for a touchdown. And that's actually what ended up happening. And just there's like a lot to clean up on in this game and they play the Rams next week too. And I'm as of right now, I'm not convinced that we're going to beat them. We haven't beaten them since Sean McVay became the head coach, and I just don't see us beating them anytime soon, especially after the way they played against Tampa.
Yeah, that is true. With the addition of Matthew Stafford being the and getting rid of Jared Goff, it seems like the Rams is even more of a juggernaut team than they was even back in 2018 when they ended up going to the Super Bowl. You know, they look like they gonna wreck some shit in the NFL, especially if everyone stay healthy. So yeah, the chance, especially with Kyler Murray making those goofy ass decisions that he's made over the past 2 weeks, if he continues to do that, man, y'all will definitely be blown out by the Rams. It will not be pretty for you guys whatsoever. I do know that much. But it seems, oh, okay. But I said my guest left, but he coming back. Guess somehow he booted himself back out. Okay.
Sorry about that. That was
I guess, oh man, you good, man. But yeah, I know it's gonna be rough if your team don't play a lot better on offense, specifically your quarterback, because it seems like the offensive coordinator as of right now is calling the right plays to put your quarterback in the right position. At least your quarterback's getting put in the right position to succeed. You know,
yeah.
it's not like the Chicago Bears where Matt Nagy just leave a motherfucker out to dry and just think that that shit is cute and funny. Like, cause ain't there's nothing funny about that. There's nothing funny about the second time over the past decade that the Bears offensive line have given up 9 sacks. They did it against the Giants in 2010, 2011 when the Bears went to the NFC title. And now they're doing it again this year. Just the difference is that they have an incompetent head coach and they have incompetent play calling on offense. After that game, the offensive coordinator knew to switch up his play calling and start calling more screens, more competent plays because he knew that the offensive line wasn't that good. The difference is Matt Nagy gonna continue to call the same goddamn shit. He does not care. He's gonna continue to call the same shit. Why?
Mm-hmm.
It's just how he feels. If it's not his way, he's gonna make sure that the team lose because it's not his way. His way is I want Andy Dalton. I want my Andy Daltons. I want my Nick Foles. That's the type of shit he want. He don't want no guy like Kyler Murray or Deshaun Watsons. He don't want guys like that can move around the pocket and extend plays. He want his pocket quarterbacks. That's what he want.
Yeah, it actually, like, the way Matt Nagy's coaching, it reminded me of last season when Kingsbury started 6-3 and missed the playoffs because Kyler was still, like, even though he was injured, he was still putting up good stats. And there was just that one play that broke our momentum and shit and just allowed us to lose. And, like, I can understand because Kingsbury, he's a new coach. He came out of college, but, like, Matt Nagy has no excuse for this. I'm just like, if he can go 12-4 with Trubisky, there's no excuse for him to just suck with Justin Fields, who I think is a really good quarterback.
Yeah, that is true, man. I'm about to say like, and that was the only year that he literally constructed the offense around the quarterback. When he constructed the offense around the quarterback, the Bears offense succeeded. They stats wasn't the best because they always had a short field for majority of the games. But when they did have to drive all the way down the field, they still was able to do it. They were still fully capable of doing it, and they still had long touchdown drives, or it'll probably turn into a burst play where, example, Trubisky do a screen pass to Tariq Cohen 80 yards, and Tariq Cohen gone in for a touchdown. They had plays like that, explosive plays like that. But it seems like as time went on, those plays just dwindle more and more and more every year. And it
Yep.
seems like now they can't even get a pass off. I think the average time for Justin Fields had to throw was less than a second, like 0.78 seconds.
Yeah, Myles Garrett killed them.
You know why he killed him? Because literally Matt Nagy not having 6 and 7 man protection, max protection back there to help the quarterback, to help out the tackles.
Isn't
He's
your
not running
line
around the pocket.
like isn't your best O line Jason Peters or something like that?
A 39-year-old Jason Peters, uh, possibly because of his experience,
Yep.
possibly. The rest of the O line is league minimum players, literally. I think one player on the offensive line other than Jason Peters went to the Pro Bowl, and that was Cody Whitehair, number 65. But he did that at center. He didn't do that at guard.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't know. They got the Bears have possibly the worst offensive line in the league.
Uh-huh.
They gave 3 sacks 2 consecutive weeks, which was okay because based on the offensive line, I mean the defensive lines that they was going against. But this week they just fully collapsed. And it's strictly because the head coach is not scheming correctly. His game plan is terrible. As of right now, he shouldn't even be calling no more plays. Not one. He shouldn't have a hand in shit that got to do with the offense for the rest of the season. For the
Yep.
rest of the season, he shouldn't have a hand in nothing. He should just be a head coach and be a hype man. That's it.
Exactly.
He should. as much as he should be doing right now is just knowing what the game plan is and just going over it with the guys, but not putting no input in it, offensively or defensively, special teams, nothing. He shouldn't have no input in shit because every time he put his input in, it seems to destroy the Chicago Bears. That's why I say he a cancer. He is the biggest cancer yet. Ryan Pace can be cancerous as well, but he didn't put but he set the roster up the way he set it up. Yeah, constructing his weak ass offensive line as well. Yeah, he got all these skill players, but didn't pick up nobody from available in the offensive line. But Matt Nagy job as a head coach is to make sure to get the right game plan in. And because you know your offensive line is weak, you have to set things up properly in order to make sure that they succeed and get things going. And that's something that he's just fully incapable of doing, and it's gonna fuck us up this whole season.
Yep.
There's one thing I know: he's gonna screw us this entire season. And
Yep.
guess eventually, Akeem Hicks not gonna be here no more. This Akeem Hicks most likely his last year, so he's probably gonna be gone. Eventually, Matt gonna be too damn old. He's gonna be gone. Eventually, Roquan Quinn. I said Roquan Quinn, but Roquan Smith probably wind up leaving if they do not resign him. Robert Quinn might wind up want to get traded. Eddie Jackson is seem like he just can't get it together. Instead of trying to do a wrap up tackle on Kareem Hunt yesterday, instead he tried to go for a big hit out in the open field like the man ain't got enough space to juke him out of his shoes. So it's like it's problems at every level, but it definitely starts with Matt Nagy not having the discipline or any goddamn thing to be able to do exactly what he's supposed to do as a head coach and get these players ready. And that's something that he's incapable of doing,
Exactly.
you know. And I had high hopes for this team. Like just like last year. The team constructed last year was capable of winning 10 games. They winded with 8. They could have won 10.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like, Bear fans got their high hopes when they took Justin Fields, which I don't blame them because the Bears haven't had a really good quarterback in a while. So it is what it is.
I wouldn't even say that we haven't had a really good quarterback. Trubisky was good enough for me.
Yeah,
He can
but he
he
just
can
didn't. I mean, I understand he had like multiple, like, he didn't really have a good coaching staff to help him. And people say he got carried by the defense in 2018, but he didn't play that bad though. Like, and obviously he made the playoffs a couple times, so I mean, it can't be that bad.
exactly. But people tend to want more than what the hell they should have. Most people expect to have the Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. It's our time to have this. It's our time to have that because they've been so used to having mediocrity at the quarterback position. Where every blue moon you might have a quarterback that do good here and there, but it's really not good enough. Trubisky was actually good enough. He was yet to throw a pick six in the 50 starts that he had. The only quarterback that hasn't done it yet.
Yep.
He he didn't turn the ball over like that. And he always made the safe throws when they was available. He didn't have a problem checking it down. He didn't have a problem doing the stuff that many quarterbacks sometimes have a problem with. I didn't care for Dink and Dunk Charlie because guess what? If it moved the goddamn ball down the field, I'd take it each and every goddamn time. And that's exactly what he did. He didn't fuck up. He didn't fuck it up for us. He might not have always been the main reason why he won, but he definitely wasn't the main reason why we lost every goddamn time. He usually did something that will have me go like, okay, of course every blue moon he'd do some shit go like, what the fuck is he doing? But guess what? Play caller. It took
Yep.
it right after the 2019 season. That's when I figured it out. Like, man, Matt Nagy, he calling way different plays than what he was calling in 2018. It's like he shrunk the playbook down to where he wanted to be, and he's not changing it. Every week before that, he probably would call the same amount of plays, but he would do it in a different way every week in 2018. 2019, it became so predictable to a point that I caught on and I can see it. I was like, damn, if me as a fan can see this on TV, I know damn well motherfuckers in the NFL can see this. I know that they got an even better eye than me, and they seeing that he's calling the same shit. 2020 was the same goddamn ways, constantly calling the same shit. Just so happened that he got him to the playoffs because he didn't. Well, Trubisky got him to the playoffs because Matt Naggy wasn't calling the plays no more. So far through 3 games this year, he's still calling the same shit. And this time he decides to switch it up in this game, but he still calls the same fucking 20 plays, but no screens, no misdirections, none of that gimmicky shit that he should have been doing. This was the best time to throw all that gimmicky shit they usually do and throw it in there. But he refused to. Why? Because he wanted Andy Dalton to. He really wanted Andy Dalton to play. He did not want Justin Fields to play yet. His game plan was Justin Fields play the last game of the season, much like it went with Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. And because it didn't go exactly the way he wanted to go, that's the reason why he threw him out there and didn't give him no protection. And it was an ugly ass game. That's why I didn't even erase the score from yesterday. I left it up 26-6, just so people can be reminded of, yes, that did happen. No, it was not a dream. Yes,
Yep.
they ass got smoked. They got cooked, just like I predicted. I predicted the Browns to beat the shit out of the Bears. And it's a strong possibility that the Lions might smoke the Bears too, because they've been competing hard with every damn body. They
Yeah.
almost the Ravens.
Yeah. No
They
idea
all
Tucker made
right.
that field goal, but
Yeah,
see,
they almost
just
beat
the
Green Bay.
it's just the most Detroit thing ever.
Yeah, but I'm just saying how hard they battled these good teams and almost beat them. If they battle the Bears like that, they're gonna win. They're not
Yep.
gonna lose. They're gonna beat the shit out of the Bears.
Yeah, that for yeah, they kept Green Bay in pretty good too in the first half, and then Rodgers threw like 4 touchdowns.
Right in the second half because they couldn't sustain the goddamn success. That's their only problem. That's Detroit only problem. It looks like they are very well coached. They just don't have the talent to beat those better teams. But guess what? Chicago Bears don't look like a better team. They look just as bad, if not worse.
Yep, but then again, the Browns' defense is really good. So I
It
mean,
doesn't matter. I'm gonna tell you right now. It don't matter how good a defense is if you got the right head coach that knows how to scheme
yeah, Kevin
and
Stefanski.
how to
Yeah,
make the right adjustments.
yeah, Stefanski is a good coach as well.
That's all I'm saying because I ain't seen teams that had no reason beating good teams win specifically because they schemed. They schemed their way to victory. They had a good defense. They didn't have a good offense. Matter of fact, the 2009, 2010 Jets is a prime example. They is a prime example. Had a very good defense, did not have the best offense. They had a good rushing offense, but in terms of passing, was not a good passing offense overall. What did they do to win those games? They schemed their way to victory. How did they beat Tom Brady in the playoffs? They schemed their way to victory. That New
Yep.
England defense that year was no joke. Tom Brady has never been no joke. But guess what? That 2009 Jets schemed their way past them, schemed their way past Peyton Manning and the Colts.
Exactly.
They did a lot of shit. They literally, because they knew that offensive line would not be able to hold Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis of the Colts or hold, I can't remember exactly who the defensive lineman was for New England back in 2009, 2010. But I'm pretty sure they was pretty good goddamn pass rushers even then. But what did they do? They ran misdirection plays. They ran screen passes when they ran the ball down they throat and they got the corners and safeties to bite down to get in close. What they do? They threw the ball over the top of the Braylon Edwards or whoever the hell the other wide receivers was at that time. That's exactly what they did. They did that, and guess what? They won the game. So it's not like the Bears couldn't have schemed their way to victory and beat the Browns because the defense was holding them at bay. Defense was doing their job. It was just a simple fact that Matt Nagy couldn't do his damn job. And that's the reason why the Bears did not succeed. And that's the reason why possibly that the Bears might end up realistically winning less than 5 fucking games. As long
Yeah,
as he caller, as long as he the play caller, the Bears will not win games. He has to give a play caller. They have to give it back to Bill Lazor. Matter of fact, if I was the McCaskies, I would fire Matt Nagy and make Bill Lazor the interim head coach until the end of the season. And depending on how the Bears finish out the season, will determine if he be the head coach or not. Period. That's exactly where it can go. That's how I know. Like if me, a regular dude that don't have no NFL coaching experience, can determine exactly what I see out there and already know what to do. Why can't an NFL level head coach can't figure this shit out? If I can see what's going on TV and call out every adjustment that needs to be made, that now looking back when I was looking at all the other videos from NBC Sports, ESPN, 1, 2, 3, 8, oh, it don't fucking matter. When I seen it on all those goddamn channels, everyone is reciting exactly what the hell I said, what the hell Matt Nagy needs to be doing. Why the hell he can't see that shit? Why is that grown ass man that was what's also a former quarterback himself can't see what the hell his quarterback needs to do?
exactly. Yeah.
That's why I'm like, it's either he's slow, he's stupid, and he just ain't got no fucking style, or he intentionally sabotaging the kid. Because like I keep saying, it's because I keep seeing new people hop in here. It's because he just want Andy Dalton to succeed. He wants his guys to succeed. He don't want other guys to succeed unless he feel like that's their turn. He didn't feel like it was Justin Fields' turn. He like my guy got hurt. Okay, he's coming in here, but I'm gonna make sure he fails because I don't want him to succeed right now. I want him to be the backup. I want him to learn. I don't want him to go out there and run around and do this and do that, and I put him in the best position to win. No, I'm not going to do that because if he succeeds, that means my guy don't start, and then he feel like he wasted $10 million getting him signed. That's how Matt Nagy goes about shit. Because the more and more I think about it, the more and more I realize exactly what the hell he doing. He doing shit intentionally. And he's gonna and guess what? I believe he's gonna do that shit next week. He probably gonna call a few better plays next week so that he don't end up getting fired next week. But he's gonna call the same type of bullshit. They're gonna call a blitz. Guess what? Matt Nagy gonna say 5-man protection against 7-man blitz. He gonna make sure everyone else is running routes, not no delayed routes when they blocking at first and then go into a route running situation. None of that. He's gonna have everyone run 15-yard routes, and then by the time any route develop, because it takes so fucking long for the routes to develop, the quarterback already gets sacked. Gonna
Yep.
be on repeat, and even though the Detroit Lions is not even nowhere near close to what Cleveland Browns defense is, they're gonna
No.
still get sacks because Matt Nagy is gonna scheme the hell out of the offense to make sure that the defense, everybody go to the fucking Pro Bowl. I said it yesterday. Matt Nagy is the new GOAT. He has taken over the new spot from Nathan Peterman. He makes sure everybody on defense go to the motherfucking Pro Bowl. He gave Miles Garrett the best season of his goddamn life, best game of his life.
Exactly.
So
But I mean, there's
he's
no
the
excuse
best.
for the Lions game. I think the Bears are playing for their season next week. To be honest, like
Oh,
there's
and it's a shame
absolutely.
that it's already happening. No, continue.
But I mean, yeah, if you lose, I mean, listen though, like they did put up a good fight against the Ravens, but I just don't think. I mean, if Matt Nagy is serious about keeping his job, he should at least try to make Justin Fields become a good. Because there's no doubt Justin Fields is the future. So like, if you want him to become a franchise quarterback, you have to help him do that in his first season. Because rookie quarterback, like, yeah, they're gonna make mistakes, but a lot of their mistakes could be because of the play calling, and Matt Nagy has not done a great job on that. So it is what it is.
Exactly. And I believe he's gonna do the same shit again next week. He's gonna change some shit up because he has no choice but to change it up. But he's definitely going to make sure that the man fail, and it's probably going to lead to another loss. And I hate to say it that it probably leads to a whole nother loss because of that.
Yeah.
Because he's too fucking incompetent. He doesn't give a shit. I believe that it had reached the point that he really don't care about his job right now. He just wants to win his way. It's not even about winning, just period. It's more about winning the way he wants to win. And if it's not about winning the way he wants to win, then he don't want to win at all. I believe he's that goddamn childish that he will do that. That's exactly the way he is. That man is that childish. I've seen childish ass people like that before in my life, but not at the NFL level. This is the first time I've seen somebody be this goddamn childish to a point that he like, nah, fuck that. If my guy Andy Dalton ain't starting, I don't want to win until he comes back. Because he know already they're not gonna fire him until the end of the season. Matter of fact, they might not fire him at all. He might still be coming back next season. You know why? Because they already traded away their first round picks.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, honestly, like the Bears, they should have traded. I mean, listen, like I think the Justin Fields pick was good, but I think Matt Nagy would have been more confident had they actually somehow got Russell Wilson. But I think like the Deshaun Watson, like missing him was just the beginning part because Trubisky, like you said, wasn't that bad. But I mean, it's Deshaun Watson. You really should have taken him. But I mean, I think if they had Russell Wilson right now, I don't think it would have been. I don't think it would have been a difference, to be honest. Like
It, it wouldn't
like
have made
not
a
at all.
difference because of the play caller. And even with Deshaun Watson, it ain't like he would be playing right now because all because he evidently he letting everybody grab his dick or telling everybody to grab his dick or whatever.
Yeah,
So it's not like if they drafted him, he would have been playing. Now, could they possibly won the Super Bowl with him in 2018? Yeah, possibly.
yeah.
I
There
matter of
was
fact,
the
the
best.
chances go up to about 65%.
Exactly. Their
It's
defense.
really
Their
guaranteed.
defense was the best that year. You put Deshaun Watson at quarterback. I don't even think that missed field goal would have mattered. I think the Bears would have blown out the Eagles that game.
Probably so. But how? I want to know how what Matt Nagy was still calling the same bullshit plays that he was calling. If you put Deshaun Watson in the same situation, he's still calling. Matt Nagy still in the same situation. Matt Nagy still calling shitty plays. And Trubisky still threw for over 300 yards that game.
Yeah.
Threw for 300 yards. He still threw a touchdown. The Bears were still winning the game. The defense couldn't hold them in the end. And Trubisky still drove them down the field for the game winner. So
Yeah.
if everything went exactly the same way, Cody Parkey probably still missed that goddamn kick.
Mm-hmm. But
So I'm like, it's just what happened when you got goofy ass people. We had goofy ass people being the head coach. That's what happens.
Yep.
You suckers.
The leader, you have to have a good coach to be a contender.
Absolutely. You gotta have a good leader. Of course, you gotta have a good quarterback, but you
Yep.
gotta have a leader, not a matter of fact, because it's a difference between a leader and a boss. He's too busy trying to be a goddamn boss instead of be a goddamn leader. Because when you try to be a boss instead of a leader, that's when you too busy trying to stick your chest out, and then you lose the confidence of the people that work for you. As in this case, the people that he's coaching, you they lose confidence in you. As of right now, I'm pretty sure he's starting to lose the locker room already because, especially the defensive side of the locker room, because they like, I cannot go through this again. I can't go through this shit no more.
Yeah.
What's going
Those,
on, bro? How you feeling, man? How you feeling, bro?
what's up, Taj? But yeah, that if I'm a Bears player, I'd just be because like I think if the O line played better, they would have at least put up a good fight against Cleveland. Like they didn't even like see. I think like Bear fans shouldn't have been mad if they at least put up a good fight because I mean pretty much almost everybody knew that the Browns were probably going to win that game. But just still, with the way the Bears played, like something's going on, and starting with that coaching staff, it's
That,
unbelievable.
that's exactly where it's starting. I've said it. I've said it before, man. He didn't scheme right. If that defense, if that defense wasn't on the field for 40 minutes, Cleveland probably don't even score in the second half.
Yep,
If anything, they probably just kick a field goal and a field goal or two in the second half,
yep,
and they hold them to 19 points. But
exactly.
because they're on the field for 40 goddamn minutes, they bound to get tired, and they still only gave up 13 points in the second half. It's just a simple fact that the team couldn't do shit because, well, listen, man, when you got offensive lines bad like that, you have to constantly throw short passes, and you have to run screen passes. You have to run screen passes and misdirection plays and gimmicky plays to get the defense to come up close. That's what make the linebackers bite, so then you can throw the ball over the top to the tight end, much like Cleveland did to the Bears. That's when you do shit like that. That's what get everybody real tight on the line in the front seven, and they get antsy and they able to jump in. And guess what? You're able to fit the ball over the top to your wide receiver. That freezes everything up, and that allows your offense to flow. Your offense can't flow if your offensive coordinator slash head coach cannot make the right type of adjustments.
Yep.
He refuses to make those adjustments. It's like damn, like somebody has to put a fucking gun to his head in order for him to make those type of adjustments, or he's not gonna do it. And even then, he might just swallow that goddamn bullet and say, "Fuck it, take me then, take me. I don't care." That's how ignorant Matt Nagy is. That
Yeah,
if we was to put a gun to his head and say, "Change, stop doing dumb shit," he gonna be like, "I'm just gonna keep doing dumb shit. So you might as well should take me now, blow my head off." That's the type of motherfucking Matt Nagy is. He don't give a fuck.
exactly.
He is literally willing to sink this goddamn ship if he not getting his way. He
Hmm.
that He that motherfucker that you see in them goofy ass movies that's willing to blow up a whole goddamn mall because his favorite TV show got canceled or some dumb shit like that. He one of them goddamn people in a different reality. He blows shit up over dumb shit. But guess what? He a goddamn head coach. So guess what? He gonna sink this goddamn ship until Andy Dalton comes back.
Exactly. Because I mean, Dalton wasn't playing bad, but Bear fans don't realize that. Like, besides, like, see, that interception he had against the Rams wasn't his fault. Like, he wasn't having that bad of a game so far. Like, it was just the play calling.
He made that final decision. He could have threw that ball to Cole Komet that was closer. a
Yeah.
bigger receiver, but that was on him. But I do see everything you was talking about. Yeah, he wasn't playing horribly, and yeah, he did get hurt, have a bone bruise, an unfortunate situation. He'd be out 2 to 4 weeks. But
Yep.
during that 2 to 4 week period, until the McCaskies come down and tell him specifically, specifically that if you don't get your shit together, we're gonna fire you now, right now. He's
Mhm.
gonna continue to call those sus ass plays, and he don't give a fuck. He will continue to call those sus plays and put Justin Fields in at harm. He is willing to destroy to destroy a franchise quarterback just so that his guy can get in.
Yep.
It don't matter if his other guy get in, Nick Foles, if he decides to just say Justin Fields not ready, we're putting in Nick Foles. That's another guy he won't. I bet he scheme for him. I bet he run those great plays. I bet he run those misdirection plays. I bet he do everything possible to put Nick Foles and Andy Dalton in the best position to succeed. Even though he failed to do that last year. I bet he try to right his wrongs this year with that because it's just what he is. A goofy motherfucker. A dumb piece of shit. And our team
Mm.
gonna like I said, gonna win 5, 6 games. We'll be lucky if we win 7 or 8.
Yeah. They can, like, to be honest, they have the potential to probably get a top 5 pick this year if they just keep doing the way they're doing right now.
They not getting no top 5 pick. They gave that to the Giants.
Oh, they traded. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they
So
gave their first round to the Giants.
that's the reason why they have to win.
Wow. So they don't even get a first round pick.
No, that's why I said. That's the reason why there's a strong chance that Matt Nagy still might fuck around and be back next season because they gave away their first round picks again. Ryan Pace did that before with giving away the first round picks with Khalil Mack to the Raiders. That's why the Bears didn't have no first round picks, I believe 2019 and 2020. They just now got a first round pick this year. And they gave away the one next year. And I believe possibly the year after that. But I believe it's guaranteed next year to the Giants. So that's
Yeah.
going
I
they
mean,
have to win now. They can't be in no fucking rebuild year. They can't waste the defense again another year.
nope.
So he has to either he or Bill Lazor or somebody has to scheme. They have to scheme the offense a lot better. That's why I said they have to add those other things in there to get that offensive line moving and get that goddamn defensive line tired. Cleveland had the right idea. Oh shit, the Chicago Bears is trying to kill Baker Mayfield. Throw a screen in there. Do a wide receiver screen this way. Do a running back screen that way. Tight end screen this way. Misdirection play that way. Misdirection play this way. They did that. And once they did those screen plays, those misdirection plays, the next few plays after that, the Bears defense couldn't even touch Baker Mayfield because they was too busy trying to catch their goddamn breath. And that's what the Bears could have did to the Browns. They could have literally copied and pasted what the Browns did to the Bears on defense. They could have did the same thing to that Cleveland defense and they could have scored points. But instead, Matt Nagy like, I ain't finna do it. Dumb as fuck. He ain't finna do it. He finna do it the way he gonna do it. And that's the reason why the Bears scored 6 points, and that's why Cleveland scored 26 points.
Uh huh. Well said.
You know. So it is what it is. Everybody that is watching the video, just make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Also, to make sure you hit that notification bell. And if you do subscribe, you can get all the videos from me, John of Pimney. And also, we do a sports hangout every Wednesday. It's more like an NFL roundtable. Everybody can hop in and voice your opinion about your NFL teams. We do NFL pick'ems as well, and then we continue to talk about sports after that, and possibly even just talk a little shit. It turns into a barbershop type of thing. So just go ahead to like and subscribe yet again, and hit that notification button when you do. But yeah, man, That shit kind of crazy just to know that this is what's gonna happen to our team,
Yeah.
and we might have to go through it next year.
Mm.
Man.
Giants. Tell you what, the Giants are gonna need that first round pick too.
Oh, they definitely is because shit, they defense can't stop no goddamn body. They
Oh yeah,
defense,
they Blake
they defense
Martinez
do
tore
three straight games.
Blake Martinez tore his ACL today or yesterday,
Damn,
so they
damn.
lost him too.
He wasn't and he wasn't really like the best linebacker, but he was a competent linebacker that was probably 100 tackle linebacker every season. I wouldn't say like 130, 140, but at least getting somewhere between 100 to 110 tackles a season and get
Yep.
you a few turnovers here and there. So yeah, he definitely a big blow to be gone for the Giants. So that's a huge blow for him. Fields is hurt. I already said that, Butters. I said it earlier. Fields hurt his hand yesterday. He
He
said
did.
he fine. It was just a damn precaution for it, but he does feel fine.
I didn't even know he was hurt.
Yeah, he hurt his hand yesterday, but it's supposed to be minor. But shit, Butters, if you wanted to hop in the stream and voice your opinion about the Bears, the link is in the description. So anybody that wants to hop in and discuss their opinion about the Bears, the link is in the description. If you hop in here on some weird shit, you won't be back in this motherfucker no more. Just the only thing
I just want to say real quick, I love the Vikings right now.
Why is that?
Because well, we beat them.
Oh yeah, they smoked Seattle.
Yeah, and then Dalvin Cook didn't even play against Seattle, and they still beat them.
Yeah, they did beat the Seattle, which I didn't expect that whatsoever. How come Butters
Yeah, me
right?
neither. Especially with Dalvin Cook out, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was something I didn't expect
What's up,
whatsoever.
Butters?
What up?
Jeez, man.
So you just let
I
everybody know.
normally I would bury Matt Nagy, but I ran out of shit to say.
Should just reiterate what you said already. Not everybody heard what you said.
He's a no life excuse of a fucking head coach. There's probably dead babies floating around in the shadow realm, saying disappointed that they didn't make it into the woman's you know what.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Depression Buttons. So please do not mind what he say. He is depressed right now. It is based on the simple fact that not only the Bears lost, but the Packers won yesterday. They came back and beat they allowed the 49ers to come back. But then they drove down the field and
Yeah,
took the
they've been talking shit.
right. So he is 100% pissed off at this moment. So please do not block this video because he motherfucking pissed off right now.
Like I've
So,
seen horrible head coaches. I've never seen a that was the worst performance by a play caller I have ever seen in my entire existence of watching sports.
In your entire existence, that's the worst.
In the entire existence of sports.
since the last time it was bad like that, it was last time the Bears had just a net one passing yards was 1981. That was the year before Dick before our goddamn head coach showed up. The I can't remember his goddamn name right now. I can't believe that.
Nagy is, but the thing is, Nagy is stubborn. He's probably gonna keep calling plays, and God forbid, we lose to the Lions. We're firing everybody.
Yeah, if you lose to the Lions, you have to get rid of everybody.
Nah, we'll keep Ryan Pace because his contract expires this year.
Why would you keep Ryan Pace? He's done.
Because who would be in charge of the main office?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, Ryan Pace will probably be gone too because even though he has brought in exceptional skill players over the years, he has still failed to provide the Chicago Bears with a competent offensive line. And even the people before him have not been able to bring in a competent offensive line. This has been going on since 2008, 2009.
Mark Trestman is a better play caller than Matt Nagy, and he like I've seen him put up a better thing than Matt Nagy.
Of course, the whole time during Mark Trestman era, I believe the Bears offense put up like 26 a game. His first year, I believe they put up 28 a game. It was just that the fact that the defense was giving up 30 something a game. That's the reason why the Bears finished
Because the
80.
only good defensive player we had was Kyle Fuller.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't know. Their defense still was just ass during that time period. That's one thing I do know. But I believe the Bears.
The thing is, defense can play lights out against the Lions, which is expected. But if the offense constantly goes 3-and-out, imagine the defense. I mean, oh my gosh, we sat the fuck down. We have to get back on there.
Yeah, I've said that too, Butter. They did that a lot last year. They just sit their ass down. 30 seconds later, they back on the goddamn field because it's a 3-and-out, just like that.
And I'm not sure if you all know this, but Matt Nagy was treating Justin Fields yesterday as if he had a Tom Brady.
No, he didn't treat him like he had a Tom Brady. He treated him like a goddamn bald head stepchild. That's how the hell he treated Justin Fields yesterday. He left that boy out there to dry and get hurt. That's what the hell he did. He didn't give that boy no chance to succeed. He wanted that boy to get fucked up so that Andy Dalton could get back in the game. Or Nick Foles. Matter of fact, because Andy Dalton ain't playing right now. So his other boy, Nick Foles, can get back in the game. I bet he would have been running screens and shit like that then. It's just a simple fact that because it's not his guy. Justin Fields, it is one of his guys, but it's not his guy now. He wanted him next year to succeed next year. He didn't want him to play none this year. Because he's playing this year, that's the reason why he called that game plan that bullshit that
he wanted to get him hurt is what you're trying to say.
No, I'm not even saying he's so much trying to get him hurt. He's intentionally sabotaging Justin Fields so then the media can shut the fuck up, the fans can shut the fuck up, and he can say, "Oh, I told y'all he wasn't ready." So then when Andy Dalton comes back, he can say, "Yeah, that's my guy right there. That's the one I want. This is who we're gonna succeed with." That's it. That's Matt Nagy. Just think back, Butters. Just think back to all the shit that he said about Trubisky and all this extra shit and how the media spent around and said all this extra shit. And now, guess what? The media is finally starting to get the picture and they like, holy shit. Trubisky, I'm sorry. You was not the problem. This whole time it was Matt Nagy because we seeing all the same bullshit play calling that was called with you. It's now was called with Justin Fields. God damn. This whole time that you went through this adversity and everything else, and somehow with that bullshit play caller, you were still able to get 12 wins your 1 year. Still able to get 8 wins 2 consecutive years. Get to the playoffs twice with terrible play calling like that. Goddamn, Trubisky, my fault. This is literally what they got the media doing. Ryan Clark just did it not long ago. He literally had to apologize to Trubisky on TV. Everybody is like that. Rex Ryan, he always was a goddamn Trubisky guy. They literally got the media turning around and flipping their head around and going like, holy shit, we was wrong. And they admitted it on national TV like, holy shit, we was wrong. Matt Nagy really was the problem, and we just couldn't see it. Of course, a lot of goofy motherfuckers, and I've been saying this shit for years, so it's like, oh yeah, they finally getting it. They finally getting it.
I would say the only problem for Fields yesterday was he kept holding on the ball too long.
He had 0.78 seconds.
Yeah,
that's the he had in the pocket.
Yeah, but most of the sacks you could see, most of them he kept holding on to the ball for too long instead of throwing it away. I mean, I get the seconds, but
if you got less than a second to throw, how the hell you gonna throw the ball away without it being intentional grounding when you still in the pocket? It was literally like this. It was literally like this. Hike, sack. Hike, sack. That's what the hell was happening. As soon as he hiked the ball and he take 2 steps back, he's already sacked. That's still too damn long. That's a second and a half.
And that's why I had to disagree. I had to disagree. Wait, hold on. I had to disagree with the Windy City Productions on a little take. He said that we're gonna ruin his confidence and he'll get scared. I mean, like, bruh, if you're a quarterback and you don't know you're gonna get hit, then you shouldn't deserve to be in the NFL.
No, see, he probably. I get what he was trying to say, but he probably didn't say it right. He probably meaning it like this. If your motherfucking ass do not scheme the plays correctly and don't put that man in the right position to succeed, eventually he's gonna say fuck this shit and he's not gonna care. He's gonna say this season is lost. I'll come back next season when this coach ass is fired, and then I'll be able to show my real skill.
Any chance Matt Naggy gives up play calling? Because I doubt it.
He gonna have no choice. It's either he gonna give it up or the McCaskey's gonna force him to give it up, or somebody gonna say something to him. Because ain't no way in hell he survived.
I'll put that as a possibility this week. I'll actually put that in.
There's a strong possibility that he might be the first Bears head coach fired at mid-season because of this shit that he doing.
Look, as much as I want it to happen, knowing the McCaskey way, what can go wrong will go wrong for this team. Like we can go winless. We could lose all of our remaining games, and Matt Naggy would still be the head coach.
Sadly, that can be possibly true.
You really think he'll still be the coach if he were to go 0-17?
No, we won one game, so we would go 1-16.
Like hypothetically, he went 0.
Yes, because it's the McCaskey way.
Hypothetically, there's still a strong chance that they might keep him for one more year, simply because because of what the hell happened. Let's see who this guest is. If I don't see a familiar name, okay, KO Sports Talk. If I don't see a familiar name, that motherfucker go kick rock.
I know Kofi about to be on rant. About to be on a rant.
Should be. What's going on, bro?
All right, everybody.
Yo, what's going on, guys? What's going on, man?
We're gonna give Hale the floor. And be sure to fucking yell while you're at it.
Yo, what's going on?
Yo, what's going on, TRO? Or who is that?
What's up?
Oh, hope you're not no troll, Supercharged.
No, I ain't.
No.
Oh, okay. You a Bears fan?
No, I'm a Giants fan.
No, you're a Giants fan.
Oh, okay.
Hop in.
All right. Yeah. All right. Let me speak my piece. All right. So, man, I've been a Bears fan, right, for 20 years. 20 years, man. 20 years of my life. I've seen a lot of good Bears teams, and I've seen a whole lot of bad Bears teams. But this offensive performance that I saw on Sunday is one of, if not the worst, offensive performances in my lifetime. A total of 47 yards of offense. Let that shit sink in. That is one of the worst offensive performances in the Super Bowl era. And coincidentally, it's the second one behind what? The 1981 Chicago Bears. That's what the Chicago Bears have always been known for. No good offenses, always good defenses. The same thing that happened on Sunday. The defense kept us in the game for the first 3 quarters. Pretty much the first 3 quarters. And they had to, burn out because, they were pretty much on the field the whole entire time. I mean, what do you expect for the defense to do? It's either you have to get a turnover, get a pick six, or at least get near the 1 yard or the 1 yard goal line in order to score a touchdown. But guess what? They couldn't do that, and that's why we lost 26-6.
Yeah, you can see.
I don't even want to even rant, dude. I don't even want to rant because this is the type of shit I've been seeing for most of my life, mediocrity. And it's like George McCaskey has to look at his own self in the mirror and say to himself is that, man, this is just not any other franchise. Like I said in my video, this is the charter franchise of the NFL. Everybody should be looking to us as the gold standard. The Giants should be looking to us as a gold standard. The Pittsburgh Steelers should be looking to us as a gold standard. All these other teams should follow suit and say, hey, I want to be like the Chicago Bears. But guess what? That's the total opposite. I've had a discussion with Baltimore fans, Giant fans saying, oh, look at the Bears. They're trash. Our organization is way better than us. That's totally disrespectful to me because this is one of the franchises that has the most Hall of Famers ever. One of the highest winning percentage in NFL history, the second most NFL championships, and we're treated like we're the freaking Jaguars or like the Detroit Lions.
That's
No,
a poverty franchise.
I'm just sick and tired of that. I'm sick and tired of being treated like we're a second-class franchise. We should be a top-tier franchise. We should be the New England Patriots. We should be the Pittsburgh Steelers. But guess what? We're not that because our ownership is running it like a mom-and-pop business, and they're tarnishing George Halas's legacy. It just gets to a point where it's like, man, you get so tired of screaming at your own team. You get so tired of just screaming, and then you're just wasting your energy. I'm at a point where I'm just, man, I this is what I expect. I'm just disappointed at this moment. So.
Yeah, if we go winless, if we only win one game this season, so don't expect any firing.
I won't even be surprised if we win one game. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we only win one game. So, I mean, you Giants fans, you might get the top pick. I wouldn't be surprised if y'all get the
I was
top
gonna
pick.
say
we're not gonna fire Matt Naggy because ownership's wait until the end of the season to fire anybody.
Hey, but listen,
Oh yeah, that's how they've always been. They wait until the end of the season to fire the head coach. But George McCaskey, he should know that as an organization that your team that was ran by one of the greatest coaches ever and George Halas and one of the founding members, you should know that you got to understand that this is just not any other franchise, but you run it like you don't know anything. You say you want to win, but you're not showing it. The fact that you've kept Ted Phillips all those years, since 1983, Ted Phillips, of all people, the president of the Chicago Bears, shows you that you don't want to win. What has this guy done the last 20 years he's been a president? We only went to six playoff appearances, 1 Super Bowl appearance, and 3 playoff wins. That's mediocre in my book. That's total mediocrity.
Yep.
You've passed up on so many great players. You passed up on LaDainian Tomlinson. You totally vetoed it. You passed up on Aaron Rodgers in 2005 because you thought Rex Grossman was going to be the player. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Like, come on. Like, when does this shit stop? When do we draw the line? When do we say enough is enough? We need to make some changes. You need to look at the Chicago Bulls organization. Look what they did. They fired Garpax and they brought in a new regime. And look at where the organization is at now. They're damn near everybody's saying, oh, look at the Chicago Bulls. They're a playoff contender. Some are even saying that they're an NBA championship contender. You know why? Because they have a competent front office.
Yep. I don't think championship contender.
A front office is what makes the team
championship contender, but they could be in playoffs.
Well, some people.
That's what a lot of guys are saying. I don't believe they're a championship yet, but they're going in the right direction. At least they're heading in the right direction, and that's all that matters. You gotta I don't care what anybody says. You need a good front office in order to win championships. You have to have a good personnel to bring in, so you could find the right players, so you could scout the right players. You could, find a franchise player and then build around him. Like per se, like it's a good thing they drafted Justin Fields because I don't care what anybody says. Justin Fields, like he was one of the most NFL ready quarterbacks to come out the draft. And I stand by that because that's what they were saying. It's just Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy did not prepare. He did not prepare him in the offseason. He did not prepare him in the training camp. The fact that he didn't allow him to play with the ones is an indictment on him. And the fact that Ryan Pace did not get the right offensive line personnel, even though he drafted Tevin Jenkins, he could have got Mitchell Schwartz. He could have got Eric Fisher, who is still a free agent, and he didn't even do that shit. He got a 40-year-old man who's pretty much retired off the street, literally.
Jason Peter ain't the problem. It's Jair Fetty that's been the problem.
Yeah,
I've been saying we need to cut his ass, but
They just resigned the Fetty in the offseason. They're not cutting him no time soon.
I don't even know why they resigned him. That was so bad.
Yes, that was many of Russell Wilson's problems back in Seattle. Not sure if you guys know that.
Yeah, I know he was the right tackle in Seattle. That's why I said Jermaine Ifedi was so goddamn bad that one of the worst offensive lines in the league cut him. That should let you know he shouldn't even be fucking playing in the league. He should be.
And he's a fucking penalty. He's a fucking penalty machine too.
I gotta come back in.
This matter of fact, Ty, since this is your first time in, man, go ahead. You got the floor to talk about your team and how you feel about the Giants so far.
Shit, well, all the things that the last guy said, shit, I could say the same thing about my team. You know, bad ownership, leading up to bad situations. You know, with bad coaching decisions. You know, and basically, you know, like not punting, like instead of kicking the field goal, you know, and not going for it. Instead, they just like play soft, basically, just like just not go for it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm back. Sorry.
All right. Nah, but the same guy, the last guy that I was talking about, you know, his team. You know, I could say the same thing about my team. Just basically just bad ownership, pretty much. You know what I mean. Like the CEO of the Giants, John Murray, yeah, he's too loyal with the guys that he's hired for like the past years, ever since he's been the president. You know what I mean? Like John Murray, he's hired guys, you know, that he's been loyal to. Like, for example, Dave Gettleman, you know what I mean? Like Dave Gettleman, before he became the general manager of the Giants, you know, he's been with the Giants before he even came back, being the general manager this time, you know, and all the things that Dave Gettleman, you know, has done with the poor drafting, you know, and stuff like that. And so far this season, what we got to do is like every time we lose, it's just like basically just coming off of bad coaching, pretty much, you know, and just a bad execution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I got from my team.
Okay, I'm about to say, well, it is your first time on. I know you don't probably speak all the goddamn time, but shit, it's good to have you here and voicing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, I can give you a similar take on that. You know, everything. One of the main reasons why the Giants is basically in the situation at the end right now is specifically because the defense is not doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They're not making type of
the defense.
Like, do your defense even have a turnover yet this season?
Nah, I'm not even sure. Nah, I think like probably like one time that we had a fumble recovery, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
And that right there should let you know That's the reason why the Giants is not 3-0, because the Giants literally should have won every game this early in the season. They should not be 0-3. They should be 3-0. But the reason why they 0-3 is because your defense
3-0, 2-1. Yeah.
They do not have, they can't find a way to get turnovers. That's something that the Bears don't have a problem with. But the offense, it's like flip flop.
Yeah, the offense is holding y'all back. Like that's the difference between the Bears and the Giants.
Right, like your defense is holding y'all back, and the Bears' offense is holding them back.
Yeah.
If somehow shit, we could flip flop real quick for a goddamn game, maybe then that'll probably help both our goddamn squads. Because goddamn, our offense can't stop shit. I mean, our offense can't produce shit, and your defense can't stop shit. So it's like as much shit as me and Giants Nation was talking all this shit. It seemed like our team's gonna be in the same exact boat. We're gonna be in the same exact boat. We was talking all that shit about how the Giants gonna win at least 8 to 10 games, or how the Bears gonna win at least 8 to 10 games. Shit, it looked like both our team might end up winning 3 goddamn games this season, and we both be sitting there looking at each other like this and shit. Oh, you too? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I thought it was gonna be good.
Oh, facts. Yep.
It's the best part of that. I get, you know what I mean? Like for me, like the best part of that is that, you know what I mean, like because you know that y'all be losing, that means, you know, that we be get high an extra high draft pick with the draft pick of wherever we land at.
Yeah, and that's one of they cannot afford to play ass this season. You can't afford it. So what can you do to make sure your offense look good? You have to scheme correctly. And shit, I believe I can scheme better than Matt Naggy. I can put together an offensive scheme that I'm pretty sure that can score 20 plus goddamn points. I'm pretty sure
Matt Naggy, he runs his offense like an 8-year-old playing freaking Madden. Like anybody can realize, anybody can identify that you're gonna run all these curl routes and all these West Coast, you know, like these runarounds, because you're not running in I formation.
I could say the same thing about Jason Garrett.
No, Jason Garrett's better than Matt Naggy. Matt Nagy's horrible.
I was just about to say that, like, give me Jason Garrett right now, and we give you Matt Naggy, and then I bet you be begging for Jason Garrett to bring his ass.
At least Jason Garrett, like his last 2 games have been close.
Yeah,
and
but it's just like, you know, the poor decision.
I'm pretty sure, Super Touch, if you had Matt Naggy as your play caller, you would wish you had Jason Garrett. That's how bad Matt Nagy is. Like, you do not understand the level of you do not understand the level of incompetency that Matt Nagy has for play calling. He's an Arena Football League play caller. He's not an NFL guy. He's an arena leaguer.
Yeah,
that's all he is. That's all he is. At least Jason Garrett is somewhat of a competent NFL offensive coordinator, because it's your offense is what keeps you in the game, not the defense. You know, it's the offense.
It's supposed to be, but yeah.
Oh yeah, Todd, you probably already heard, but you guys also lost Blake Martinez too.
Yeah, torn his ACL.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, if this one, like, people might be ragging on Jason Garrett, but man, I think y'all scoring like 25 a game or some shit like that. Y'all scoring like 24 a game. Give me them 24 points. Please give me them 24 points. Because I believe the Bears they scored 6.
Like I said, 47 total yards of offense. Let that shit sink in. Wait, yeah, that's really bad.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Yes. 47 total yards of offense. I am not playing.
Get rid of him.
One net
40.
yard.
Let that shit sink in. And tell me if you want a play caller like that. Yeah, that's how bad it is in Chicago.
Screw waiting until midseason or the end of the season. Get rid of him right now. You play like that.
Well, we have the McCaskies as the goddamn owner, so the chance that shit happening is very slim to none. Very slim. Very slim. That's the reason why I had to make this video and say that Matt Nagy is a goddamn cancer. He is the cancer of the Chicago Bears because that's exactly what the hell he is. I don't care what nobody says. That man is a cancer. He was one of the most cancerous personalities to ever hit sports. Period. He is one of the most cancerous.
Dare I say he's worse than Adam Gase?
Oh,
is he worse than Adam Gase?
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Oh wow.
Points with Adam Gase.
Wait, what did you say?
The Bears offense at least scored 24 points with Adam Gase per game. Despite all
Facts.
Or 24 a game. Matt Nagy, I think throughout his career, the Bears average 20 a game or less. Maybe 18 points per game with Matt Nagy as the offensive coordinator. And I think I know I got the math wrong, but scoring 6 points, 14 points, and 20 points, that's what? 40 points in 3 games. You do the math on that, the Bears scoring like 11 and a half.
That's like 14 and a half 14 and a half points per game or something like that.
That's the 12. They scoring like 12. Probably
that's horrible.
13 and a half. That's what they scoring. But they gave up what? They gave up 17, 26, and what, 31, 34 points against the Rams. So they giving up like 20-something a game. They lucky that they not 0-3. Very lucky. Lucky as hell they not winless.
Unbelievable though. I mean, like, see, like, I know Giant fans and Bear fans probably don't want to hear it just because, like, it has to do with the future. But at least your quarterbacks, like, I mean, Justin Fields played bad, but it wasn't his fault. But Daniel Jones, he hasn't really turned. I don't even think he's turned the ball over yet. Like, at least Daniel Jones is. Like,
one time, which was that fumble where he dived down between 2 defenders.
Yeah, at least Daniel Jones is looking good for the most part. It's just not his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they got some blame, but we know, and everybody else know that, they not to blame. And Kofi, why do you think I was speaking so hard about Trubisky and the fact that it wasn't his fault that the Bears was going through what they're going through? Because incompetent play calling. I said if the coach called the right plays, the offense looks a lot better. They move the ball better. They scheme their way to victory. Because of this shit right here is the reason why it don't matter who the quarterback is. It don't matter if it's Andy Dalton. It don't matter if it's Justin Fields. It don't matter if it's Tom Brady. It don't matter if it's God himself. He gonna be cursing out Matt Nagy too. Like, what the hell was that? I knew what was gonna happen. You still couldn't stop it because your ass so goofy. Is someone eating?
Hey, did you see what Nick Foles said on the sideline? He's like saying this offense isn't working. He talked to Andy Dalton. He said this offense is just not working.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, well, Nick Foles always been outspoken. He was arguing with Matt Nagy last year about this shit. And what Matt Nagy do? He did not give
that man hurt. That's why Nagy is egotistical. He's so egotistical and a narcissist.
Oh, he definitely is. He definitely all those goddamn things. Ain't no way in hell he's not any of those things. Everything that we thought he was is not true. Everything that we feared that he was is true. I figured that shit out after the 2019 season. How incompetent he was when I just had to sit back and dwell and reflect on everything. Like, how the hell did the Bears go from 12-4 to 8-8? I could have sworn
In back-to-back seasons.
Right. I could have swore they could have won 10 games. Even 2020, they could have won 10 games. If the defense not so burnt out by the time Trubisky come back, they beat the Lions the second time. They sweep the Vikings.
One thing Mitchell Trubisky had over Justin Fields, I mean, based on what the game I saw, is that even when Matt Nagy was running all these design plays, Mitchell Trubisky was able to improvise and do most of the stuff that he did. Like if he saw a play that that was breaking down, Mitchell Trubisky was able to make something out of nothing. Like even when Justin Fields was playing, he was just standing in the pocket. Because I mean, I know that the offensive line was just bad. It's just, I mean, Justin Fields looked like a sitting duck out there.
He didn't know what to do. He a rookie. He used to them college offensive lines being able to protect him for 4, 5, 6 seconds, and he can move around in the pocket and do whatever the hell he wants to. He's not used to.
But even when Trubisky was a rookie, he still, I mean, like, I know Nagy wasn't there, but I mean, even when he was a rookie, he still did some of the stuff like, with John Fox, because John Fox didn't want to even,
But John Fox, even though John Fox said he still made sure to protect Trubisky. What'd he do? He had them running the football down your throat, and he had Trubisky throwing third downs and fives or less. That was the game plan, to try to have Trubisky throw on third downs or less. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's true.
And they ran the ball down your throat with Jordan Howard 25, 30 times a game, and then you.
And I still think that was a mistake that they got rid of Jordan Howard. That was a big mistake.
Yeah, it was. But now we got David Montgomery, who's a better receiver than Howard. Not as and possibly break more tackles. Just Jordan Howard, I believe, probably had better vision because he always can find that hole and then just burst out and then be gone for 30 yards. He doesn't have the speed to outrun everybody.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, like keep in mind though, I'm agreeing with everything you saying, Kofi. Like you didn't lie about shit that you said. Trubisky did have a lot of key aspects that a lot of other players didn't have that's been on this team. He was a leader. He was a natural leader, and the most important thing happened. He won games. Just people weren't happy about it, and then they got rid of somebody that won us games, and now, we got Andy Dalton.
Like, think about it. Mitchell Trubisky had, in that 2018 season, he had the third highest QBR rating behind, I think it was behind Patrick Mahomes and Drew Brees, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did.
2018?
That year.
And y'all won like 12.
Yeah, 2018. He had the third highest QBR rating.
Oh, yeah.
He had a 95.4. I remember that.
Yeah, and guess what? The thing that I said about Trubisky was true as well. He was bad at pre-snap reads. Like he didn't always know what coverage the defense was in. He might not always knew that somebody was that one of the corners was blitzing off the edge, but he was an excellent post-snap read quarterback. After the ball was snapped, he knew where to get the ball to. He would avoid those blitzing corners out the
sacks. He would avoid those sacks, right?
Right. He would get out the pocket. He would avoid those sacks. He would make the right play on the run. That's what he did well. That's why I like Trubisky, though. What he needed to improve on, which now because he got a way better head coach in front of him in Buffalo. He's gonna get those reps. He's gonna wind up figuring out what defenses be in. He's gonna get those key snap reads right. He's gonna go back out. If Matt Naggy continues to be around, Justin Fields won't develop properly, much like he didn't develop Trubisky properly in his tenure. He's not going to develop Justin Fields properly. We won't see Justin Fields.
They said that man up for failure yesterday.
Year 4. What you saying, Taj?
I said they set that man up for failure yesterday.
Everyone's seeing it. This is what Matt Nagy did to Trubisky because there wasn't his.
He set him up for failure ever since he drafted him.
Yeah. He literally, because he promised Andy Dalton a job, he's doing everything possible to make sure that Andy Dalton keep his job. Because he wants to win with his guys. That's the thing with Matt Nagy. If he bring you in, you're his guy. You're his guy. He's going to do everything possible to make sure that you stay in the position that he promised you to be in. No matter what. No matter what. Nick Foles, I'm pretty sure he realized that last year when he was probably 2-3, 2-4 record, he was like, damn, I'm surprised I'm still fucking starting. I'm very surprised. I'm surprised he ain't threw Trubisky back in, but hey, he keep riding me. I'm gonna keep going. He didn't care. As long as you're his guy, as long as you run his offense the way he likes his offense to be ran, and if you know his offense, he's gonna ride with you until you are hurt or gone, or both of you gone.
Justin Fields looked like Nick Foles out there. That's all I gotta say. He looked like Nick Foles.
We got sacked 9 times. 9.
Yep. Dare I say, is it worse than that Giants game? I think it's worse than that.
Yeah.
Where Jay Cutler got sacked, 7 times in the first half and a total of 9 times in the whole game?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's worse. It was worse than that. And he got sacked less in the first half. It was that bad. And guess what? The Bears had Jamarcus Webb, Cade Karimi, old Roberto Garza, a 10-year veteran Roberto Garza, 13-year veteran Olin Cruz. You know, Lance Lewis, Cade Karimi, they had guys like this. Frank Omiel, they had guys like that out there. They gave up the 9 sacks. And this line might be worse than them because when it came down to running the football, they can definitely move a motherfucker when it came down to running the football. They can at least do that on a consistent basis. One too many teams that was able to stop the Bears rushing attack that year with Matt Forte.
So, yeah, no one was stopping Matt Forte, man, for real.
So it was like, I don't know, man. People is real goofy out here. Very, very, very goddamn goofy. And it's going to continue to be this way. It's going to continue to be.
That's why we need change at the top. We need to get rid of Ted Phillips. Seriously, Ted Phillips is the one that drives the whole. Besides the McCaskies, Ted Phillips is the president. We need a new president. We need somebody who's a freaking football mind and not some damn accountant.
We need new ownership, because with new ownership, you get a new president. That's what you start all the way at the top. That'll make the waves move at the bottom. That's exactly how it has to go. You have to start at the top and try to buy out them goddamn McCaskies. Hopefully they sell the goddamn team one day soon. And then that will have Ted Phillips get up out of there. That will change the aspect of the front office. That'll change every goddamn thing and change the mindset of this team.
And be the team that we were in the past.
Exactly. That's what is expected from this team. You know, even during Lovie Smith tenure, yeah, we made the playoffs so many times, but we still had winning records during that time period. Just Bears just didn't make the playoffs. The 10-6 record, of course, I'm talking about 2012. The 9-7 record that I'm talking about 2008. When Jay Cutler went down in 2011, they went from 8-3 to 8-8. You know, shit like that. You know, we had promising seasons in between that. It's just that shit just did not turn out right. But it is what it is, man. We just know that he had cancer.
Yeah. And George McCaskey, you need to look at yourself in the mirror. And if you're not doing what you can to help this team to win, you need to sell the team immediately. I don't care if Virginia is freaking 98 or almost 100. Fuck it, man. Sell this damn team.
That's exactly what needs to happen. This team needs to be sold. They need to be. I guess they working their way to selling the team. They already moving them out of Soldier Field and most likely moving them to Arlington Heights. So they already had their last race at the racetrack not long ago. So most likely they already working on their way to getting up out of there. They moving them to Soldier Field to Arlington Heights. So that's one thing right there. The next thing after that,
and you know what? I also feel sorry for a lot of Bears fans, but most importantly, I also feel bad for Steve McMichael because he has ALS. And one of the things I wanted this team to do is that at least I wanted them to win at least a Super Bowl before he dies because ALS is like a debilitating disease and it affects your whole body. I mean, eventually it's gonna kill you, but man, I don't know if I'm pretty sure you know him, Jonah Pitney, but he was like one of those defensive line that helped the team in the '85 win that Super Bowl. And man, if you've seen this guy recently, I mean, he just looks so weak. You could tell like he's not gonna. Yeah, I mean, it's
like he got ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. It's like being born in reverse. Everything that you gained in your life, you lose all the way till you wither up into a skinny mess. I already know. Right.
Hey, yo guys, I'm uploading my video. You should watch to the end where I absolutely go off on Matt Naggy. If it doesn't hit off, I don't know what will.
Okay, man. I'll make sure to tune in, man. Oh yeah, make sure to tune in to KO Sports Talk, and also he changed his name to Depression Brothers. Make sure to check out both of their pages. They are Bear fans as well. If you already know who they is, just show them some love, man. Like and subscribe to their pages.
KO, it will be so much better than your fucking rant video. I expect better.
That was a disappointment video. More disappointment.
Right, because you got to remember too. Kofi not really a guy to really curse that much. When he do curse, he got to be really fucking mad. And I do that shit on the regular, but as you do too. So it's like it is what it is. When Kofi really had enough, we gonna hear him in a minute. He gonna be snapping off to a point that even you gonna be like, holy shit, Kofi, calm down, which is a rarity.
I've been in
YTC's channel. Y'all saw how I was on YTC's channel, so
yeah, going the fuck off. This what I'm talking about. You snap off.
Yo, I've been in so many beefs. I know how to talk my shit.
Yeah, but
I'm like, you don't talk to my Bears buddies like that. You don't be talking about my Bears like that. Shit, y'all need to worry about your own damn team. Fuck y'all.
I could care less about this season as long as we have more wins than the Giants. I'll throw it in YTC and Giants Nation face.
Listen, man. This is the way I look at it, man. With that bet, yeah, that's gonna be good that happens because then y'all win y'all bread. But I wanted the Bears to win now, specifically. Number one, they make it to the playoffs. Number two, the Giants don't get a high ass pick, so then they not in the best fucking situation to win the following next season. That's not me hating on the goddamn Giants specifically. That's just me as a goddamn Bears fan.
We need to at least trade Robinson for a first round pick and sign Devontae Adams.
The Bears don't have a first round pick.
That's just my
No,
opinion.
he's saying trade him for a first round pick. Trade Allen Robinson for a first round.
And pay
so
Devontae
you're
Adams.
gonna use that first round pick to get Devontae Adams. You're gonna need more than that, especially.
No. He's a free agent.
No, Devontae is a free agent next year. He's a free agent next year.
Yeah, but the chances of him signing with the Bears, especially if the Bears still has not signed Allen Robinson, like I don't know, man. And on top of that, the fucking turmoil that this team is going through offensively, and the fact that they still don't have an offensive line to protect the quarterback to be able to throw
With
the
a
ball.
new play caller, we should be able to use him
He ain't
well.
taking this shit. He ain't going here. You ain't got no.
It's better than him.
Even
going
if
to
Matt
Derek
Nagy
Carr.
had Devontae Adams, he still wouldn't use him. It would still be like the same thing as Allen Robinson.
Matt Naggy will be fired by then.
I'm like, he'll fuck around and come here and have a career low in touchdowns and yards and probably catches. He ain't coming over here bringing his ass over here.
I guarantee you, he would have a better career here than fucking the Raiders.
Listen, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. You a goddamn lie, Butters.
Bro, Derek Carr ain't that Derek Carr ain't that nice.
How many wins the Raiders got? How many wins the Raiders got right now?
The Ravens. If you look at the defenses they played, a lot of them are bottom.
Okay. How many wins do the Bears got right now?
1.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're still an NFL team. Even if it was a bottom beating defense, we still would score 6 points. Like, let's be honest, Butters. Like, our offense is putrid. Like, it's not even trash. It's beyond trash. It's trash is an understatement.
Ass.
Not even ass. It's a freaking abomination. It's an abomination. When you know it goes beyond trash, that's how you know how bad this offense is. That's how you know how bad the offense is. 47 total yards of offense. And let's be honest, even though they have Myles Garrett, even though they got Jadeveon Clowney, their secondary is not all that great. Other teams that play them, they play well.
The fact that Fetty got lucky. Wait, hold on.
They couldn't even stop nobody on third down.
The fact that Fetty couldn't even block fucking Jadeveon Clowney proves we shouldn't even resign his ass.
We already said it, man. What me and KO spoke about this year.
I mean, I understand Jason Peters because he's going up against some elite pass rusher and Myles Garrett, but Clowney, I forgot he was still in the NFL when he was on the Titans.
Yeah, Clowney didn't. I mean, even though he got pressure, he didn't get home to the quarterback as much. I'm like, and freaking Matt Nagy made him look like a world beater. Made him look like an all pro, and we all know he ain't that type of player.
This is why I said Matt Nagy is now the new GOAT. He takes the GOAT motherfucking label from motherfucking Nathan Peterman because he just guaranteed Myles Garrett going to the Pro Bowl and probably guaranteed him getting to probably.
Yeah, but I sort of understand Peters getting light up by Garrett because Garrett is a top 5 NFL pass rusher. But Clowney,
that's not only the case. The case is also
fucking Clowney.
Yet again, the coach did not scheme to have a running back or a tight end on that side to chip Myles Garrett. To have a tight end on that side to chip Myles Garrett and have the running back chip Clowney. So then they can have an opportunity to be able to.
Yeah, but there's no excuse. There's no excuse to lock down Clowney. Clowney ain't that good. Just like Derek Carr ain't good. Clowney's not that good.
You still make sure if it doesn't matter who it is, if that person gets hot and they start just busting through your offensive line, that's when you got to start running screens, misdirection plays. I've said it multiple times in the stream. You have to scheme things properly. Well, not a goddamn thing schemed properly. Everything was schemed horribly, and that's why that happened.
Right. You need to run bootleg plays. You need to run those screen passes, those quick screen plays, those quick slant routes, those quick passes.
Exactly. How about just let Fields throw deep?
Dude,
That
how are we
he
going to be
threw
able to throw deep? He didn't even have enough time to throw the ball. Like the pass rusher
the
was
thing
pinning their
is
ears.
the thing is
He had
wait, you
no
got to
time to throw the
notice
ball.
you got to notice this. The only pass Justin Fields threw downfield, which was called for defensive pass interference. That's the only pass he has thrown over 10 yards, I believe.
Yeah. And guess why? Because that's a part of the game plan. That's a part of the scheme. That's the dumb shit that happened.
I mean, regardless about what happens to Detroit, I'm not going to be impressed.
Period.
They almost beat the
I
Ravens.
don't have them winning against Detroit. I really don't. I have them losing after this game. I have no hope.
The Ravens almost lost to the Lions, and they beat the Chiefs. So
Yeah, but that's because I didn't rewatch the game.
I'll
But
say
I
this:
have
it's
to,
any
but-
given Sunday. Any team can win. Any team can win. It doesn't matter how bad or how good you are. Any team can beat anybody.
and
Y'all
plus,
already saw that the Detroit almost beat them.
and plus, the Lions have been putting up good fights recently.
but when you're a priority franchise, you just find ways to lose. Detroit has done that more than us.
Hey,
I mean,
man,
the Bears
it's
aren't-
probably
Bears
about time for the
like-
Bears to get their ass stomped out by Detroit again.
The Bears aren't poverty, but they're playing like one right now.
Like I would understand like us getting shut down by the Browns defense, but if we get shut out by the Lions defense that got torched by Garoppolo,
It's gonna happen.
So, I mean, Garoppolo actually has like
Yes, it might fucking happen.
but see, Garoppolo has a balanced O line around him though. Justin Fields doesn't.
Exactly. And he has more competent play caller. Way better competent. I think everybody in the NFL, even the Jets and the Jaguars, have way better competent play calling. It's just they don't have the players to execute.
You can't get no worse than Matt Naggy. You can't get no worse than this. This is beyond trash.
Yeah, straight booty meat. That's exactly.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we get blown out by Detroit next week. I wouldn't be surprised if we get blown out by Detroit.
I wouldn't say we get blown out. We're gonna make it competitive.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit finally stump a mud hole in Chicago Bears ass. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna do a pregame video probably today or tomorrow and talk about it. But shit,
We might want to do it tomorrow because my voice is already. I'm surprised I still have a voice after I did that. I'm doing the video.
I'm surprised too. Shit. But anyway, so whoever is in the comments section, whoever is viewing the video, just make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you are a new viewer, if you are a returning viewer, just make sure to hit that like button and also share the video as well. We do sports hangout every Wednesday. So that you can rant and rave about your team. We do NFL pick'ems as well. And then we do talk a little bit of sports after that. But also we do talk shit to each other and talk about everything else that is going on in the sports world as well. So just make sure to tune in every Wednesday and also every Friday as well for the main event podcast that me and KO Sports Talk be doing together as well. Also tune in to other things that be going on that I do talk about with the Chicago Bears. But shit, man, I've been going on for almost 2 hours. And as of right now, unless someone wants to hop in the stream, the link is in the description. I'm getting ready to end it right now. So let me know, comment, or let me know if you do want to hop in and voice your opinion. If not, then the stream will end within the next few minutes actually. So
All
if
right.
you do,
Well,
let me know.
well, nice talking to you. I'm gonna head out. So.
Okay, then, real man. Salute to you, brother. Good thing that you came in. Appreciate it, man.
Yep. Nice being here. See you Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday.
All right. Peace.
All right, man. Peace. Okay, since no one is hopping in the stream, okay, people, that will be the the end of the stream, basically discussing Matt Nagy and his cancerous ways up. Seem like we got someone coming in. Let's see who it is. Let's see who the guest is. Let's see if this name familiar. Oh, the Ghost of Judah Tribe. What is going on, Ghost? Let me get you in real quick. What's going on, Ghost? How you feeling, bro?
What's up? Depression Butters. He is not hurt. He's already said that his hand is okay. So shut up. Stop panicking. Goddamn. It's one goddamn game against a very, very talented Cleveland Browns defense, okay? They just exploited our offensive line. Our freaking coach can't call rollouts and shit like that. It's one game. One freaking game out of 17. We got a whole week to turn this shit around against fucking the toilet. I know they're playing hard, but there's no fucking there's no goddamn what do you call it? What do you call it? When they're just a bunch of tryhards, okay? And I think that game was very emotional. It took a lot out of them, and they're gonna come to Soldier Field. We're gonna blast their ass. Cleveland was just a better team than us yesterday. Had a better scheme, had better everything.
Yeah,
and
but
now
the difference is this Bears team could have still beat that Cleveland Browns team.
Yes, it could. It could.
It was strictly because of a terrible scheme.
That is correct.
You know what's crazy? All these times that we was ragging on Matt Nagy for constantly running all these screen plays and all these gimmick plays and all these slant routes, this was the best time to motherfucking do it. This was the best time to be gimmicky as fuck. This was the best time to be him. This was the best time for him to use that message, be you message. And he decided that he was going to be different today. And he let that boy go out there and get killed.
I agree. And freaking Ryan Pace, and he's looking down on that field and he's seeing his franchise quarterback on the ground 9 goddamn times. He should be calling down there and saying, hey, Bill Lazor, call the freaking plays. Because this guy, I have had it like most Bears fans. I try to give him a chance. I really have. I try to give him anybody that goes in Hallis Hall wearing that orange and navy blue. I try to give him a chance for as long as I can. I gave Trubisky a chance. I gave everybody a chance. But this was unacceptable because he didn't try in any way to protect this guy. He was in a shotgun all goddamn day. Every time he got sacked for 11 or 14 yards. And no rollouts, no RPO, no anything. It was just straight passes, no screens,
no plays, no nothing.
So
everything, literally everything, Judah, that I was screaming for the Bears to do during the game, that's what Cleveland was doing. I was like, oh my God. I was like, okay, the Bears, because this, I knew the screens was coming. I was like, okay, the Bears keep sacking Baker Mayfield. They finna run a screen pass eventually. And just like that, they run a screen pass, and then they got the Bears defensive line sprint down the field. By the time they snap the ball again, the Bears defensive line don't have the energy to get to Baker Mayfield. He got all the time in the world to fit the ball to motherfucking Odell Beckham Jr. or the other wide receiver that was kept making all those spectacular catches, whatever.
Yeah. You know, nothing against our defense, and they just had better coaches over there for Cleveland. They like I said in my video, they weren't the better team. They're not the better team. Like I said, I think like Cleveland, one of their defensive linemen, they get paid more than our whole offensive line combined. But I still think we have talent over here, and it was just a terrible play calling. And Nagy needs to suck up his pride and give the play calling duties to Lazor. Period. Point blank.
Because the Bears literally could have schemed their way to victory.
Yes.
They could have schemed their way to victory.
What was the score? Was it 10-3 at halftime or 13-3 at halftime?
Let me make sure. It was 10-3.
10, man, and defense was playing lights out. We could have won this game. That first series in the third quarter was not good. It was a 3-and-out, I believe. It was bad.
but well defensively they held them 3 points right after that. But yeah, the first series, hell yeah, it was ass because Matt Nagy made no adjustments.
Yeah,
I specifically believe, Judah. I don't know how long of this video you've been watching, but
yeah.
I specifically believe that Matt Nagy set him up to fail on purpose so he can say, yeah, he's not ready, and so he can rush Andy Dalton back into the game.
I agree.
That's
I agree because that gave him a scapegoat to show how okay, I'm going to just put him in. I'm not going to play toward his strengths. I'm going to put him in and show all you Bears fans and all you analysts that this boy ain't ready. And that's what he did. So congratulations, Matt Nagy. You should be fired or you should be demoted to just having Bill Lazor call the plays and you just freaking manage the team. But you shouldn't be calling the goddamn plays because you're a little bitch. That was a bitch move, Nagy. That was a real bitch move.
Bitch move. Who do that sound like he did that to before? That I've been saying for the longest.
Oh, Trubisky. He just wanted he wanted Trubisky to be something that he wasn't. I mean, I think this guy he's going to ruin this guy too. He's going to ruin Fields. If he's fucking coaching, if he's freaking calling the plays of Sunday, he needs to have Foles play. He don't need to be getting Fields hurt out there. He needs to have Foles play. Let him take the hits.
Guess what? When he had Trubisky, who did he rather want to play over Trubisky before Nick Foles? Chase Daniels, right?
Hey, why you bullshitting? Sometimes shit. Chase Daniels balled out some of them games, man. Shit, our offense looked like it could run real well with Chase Daniels some of them games, man. I remember that Raiders game. I remember that Giants game. Shit, that Detroit game. Chase Daniels balled out, man. I do remember that.
Yeah, but the difference between Chase Daniel and Trubisky is if Trubisky played in those games, even against the Giants, the one that we lost, we win that game. The game against the Detroit, we probably blow Detroit out in that game, especially that year when 2018 when he was just lighting up the fucking league. After that, what Matt Nagy do after that? He said, I don't want no play calls to be tailored to him. I want him to run my offense.
Right, and that's his ego talking. Hey, check.
Bears went from 12-win team to an 8-8 team, which they could have still won 10 games. 2020, they could have still won 10 games that year. Yeah, they wind up winning 8 again.
Hey, check this.
Goofy.
Check this out, Jonah. Adam Schefter, Bears head coach Matt Nagy told reporters today that all three quarterbacks, Justin Fields, Nick Foles, and Andy Dalton, are under consideration to start in Week 4 against the Lions. Justin Fields will not be starting this week. Justin Fields will not start this week, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be either if Andy Dalton is healthy, it'll be Andy Dalton, and it's probably more likely it'll be Nick Foles. But Justin Fields won't start this week, and it's for Matt Nagy to say, "Hey, I told you this kid wasn't ready."
He set him up.
Yep, set him up. So it will probably be Andy Dalton. If Andy Dalton is healthy, it'll be Andy. If not, it'll be Nick Foles. Nick Foles will start. Yep.
He set that man up to fail.
He did. Made him look bad.
Why you think Trubisky? Why you think Judah? I kept saying Trubisky is not as bad as everyone think. That you really need to watch the film and watch the play calling because he keep calling the same 25 to 30 plays that he specifically set up to make Trubisky fail. And Trubisky still was completing passes. He's still completing 63% of his passes despite that bullshit play calling that he had out there. Still not turning the ball over as much as most other quarterbacks.
That's kind of true. Let me ask you this question, Jonah. In that playoff game when we played the Saints, who was the play caller for that game? Was it Lazor?
You already knew that it was motherfucking Matt Nagy. You can tell the difference in the plays.
Yeah.
You can tell the difference in the play calling.
Yeah.
You can look at the play calling. Even when they played the Packers the second time around, you can tell the difference in the play calling.
He should have just left it to Lazor, man. Actually would have had a better shot. He did call that one trick play that Wim should have caught, but other than that, he should have left the goddamn play call in the Lazor. I think this is a better functioning I think he can work with this offensive line. And Laser's calling the plays. He can work with this offensive line better than Matt Nagy. For what Matt Nagy want to do, we're not the Chiefs. We're not the Chiefs, Matt Nagy. You can't be calling the same shit that you're trying to do with the Chiefs. You can't do that. We don't have the personnel for that. Can't call it. Hey, KO Sports Talk, I'm actually in agreement. After that, man, after getting our quarterback hurt and seeing him on the ground 9 plays, and this young man getting up every time and saying he takes responsibility, man, I love this kid already, man. And he's got the wrong guy coaching him. He's got the wrong guy coaching him. Yeah,
exactly. I call KO Sports Talk said you see the pattern. Yes, KO. I caught on to this shit years ago. The moment I saw that shit, I was like, oh man, I was wrong because in my 2019 video, at first I was ragging on Trubisky a little bit. And then I got into the video, I had to think about it like, no, it's not him. It's Nagy. Especially when I looked over the stats, I said, hold on, Trubisky completed more passes in 2019 than he did in 2018.
Yeah.
He missed 2 games in 2018. And I mean in 2018 and 2019, and he still almost had the same amount of yards that he did. He just had less touchdowns because players dropped so many balls in 2019 that should have been touchdowns.
Yup. Slake Daddy is right about that. He's right about a lot of things, man. I just don't like how negative he comes about the Bears, but you're right. They won't fire him, man. They're not going to fire Pace. Pace should be the one firing his ass because that was just you traded up to get this man, and he goes out there looking. He looked worse than Zach Wilson. He looked worse than I forgot the other quarterbacks that were drafted, but he is not worse than some goddamn Wilson. He made him look pretty bad out there yesterday. That was bad. Yeah. But look, Bears fans, let's freaking rebound off this. If we have another trash-ass performance like that, there's no question this guy needs to go, man. And he should relinquish the calling duties to Laser anyway. Everybody can see that, what he needs to do.
Hey, but shout out to YTC real quick. My fault. You just shout out to YTC, Mr. YTC. Make sure to like and subscribe to his channel as well. Tune in to his channel as well. He do sports hangouts, do WWE content, and he also do NFL pick'ems as well. And he is a Giants fan. So if you're a Giants fan, tune in to his channel.
Oh my God, who want to tune into the trash ass Giants? I'll also subscribe just to laugh at y'all trash ass.
No, Mr. YTC, hey, you should check out his channel too. His NFL pick'ems.
Yeah.
Graphics and everything, man. His shit right. He do it right.
All right. Did he pick the Giants this week?
Did he?
He probably should have. They was playing the trash ass Falcons, so I probably would have picked the Giants too. But goddamn,
he picked the Giants. I think I picked the Falcons that week. I think I picked the Falcons.
Yeah. Game. Oh, you picked the man. That was a good pick, man. God, the Giants just trash as hell. No, you retard. No, they're not unlucky. They're just freaking trash. They're not unlucky. They're trash. And that's what they get for
DRL cool too. These are people that be it's actually cool. They not like everybody else. They actually think logical.
Who is that? Who thinks logically?
Everybody that's in the panel that be talking TRL. He was even ragging. He was even ragging on Kyler Murray himself.
Who is this pizza guy? Hey, what do you want, pizza guy? You're right though.
Well, you're right though.
Yeah, you're right though.
I don't know who IP Pizza One is. He probably just a fellow Bear fans that just seen the shit and was like, "Hey, man, Naggy play calling fucking sucks." So he was like, "Fucking truth, man." The fucking play calling sucks ass. So,
man, that was.
I like how you rebound though. Like, hey, what you want? Well, you is right.
Man, but he's right. He does suck, and he needs to relinquish those play calling duties to Laser ASAP.
Listen, the moment we heard that Matt Nagy was fucking finna gonna be the play calling again. Everybody and their mama, I know everybody in the Bears organization was like, yes, yes, absolutely, yes. All his Bears fans was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh no, no.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to us again? Why the fuck would you do it again, Matt Nagy?
And you know what?
Because Matt Nagy is a cancer. He is a cancerous human being. He is a cancer to our organization. We already have enough cancers in here with Ted Phillips and the goddamn McCaskies. Now we got Matt Nagy joining in and just fucking it up even worse. So I don't fucking know. Ryan is somewhat cancerous, you know. Bringing in a 39-year-old Jason Peters off the fucking street is cancerous.
Hey, look, Jason Peters. Let me tell you, because a lot of Bears fans are overreacting, Jonah, because he was going to get his ass killed anyway by what's his name, 4.5 sacks.
That could have been avoided. That could have been knocked. That could have been knocked down to a sack and a half if Matt Nagy schemed it right and actually has someone chipping him or double teaming.
Yes, I agree right there. I do agree with that. Now look, it's going to be different against the Lions. Lions, they don't have the talent that the Browns do. So I think Peters will play a lot better. He'll play a lot better. And
if they don't have an incompetent play caller like Matt Nagy calling the plays, he might go consecutive games with the Bears being under 50 fucking yards because of him.
That was embarrassing. Like the field goal kicker for the Ravens had more yards than us on that one kick total game. That was the second worst. Yeah, what's that face? That was the second worst offensive performance in the history of the NFL, man. In the history of the NFL. That's pretty goddamn bad. That's pretty bad, man. That's pretty bad.
That's the reason why his cancerous ass needs to be fired. That's why his cancerous ass needs to be slapped around. Okay, we got 4 people in here. Okay, people, just remember to like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification button. And also, if you're a fan of a different team, it does not matter. Just make sure to subscribe to the channel because we do NFL Sports Hangout every Wednesday. So every sports team can hop in and voice your opinion, rant and rave about your team. We do NFL pickups as well. And then we do also still discuss sports after that. And of course, we talk a little bullshit to each other. We turn it into more of a barbershop type of hangout. So make sure to like and subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, just make sure to hit that like button and share the video as well.
Yeah, you'll be good to go to Jonah's channel because if you come to my channel, you're gonna get roasted. I don't care how good I don't care if your team is 3-0 right now. I'm gonna roast your team.
I like to hear different voices and shit as well. And plus, you will have a good ass time in the sports hangout. We do be cracking jokes on each other, ragging on each other, and we do be just talking shit to each other like regular fucking people. You know,
that's what's up. Oh, Jonah, did you see the Twitter feed with somebody called Nick Foles said this just isn't working, this offense doesn't work?
Yeah, I heard about it. Kofi had just told us about it like maybe popped in there. He told me about the shit that was going on with it.
Yeah, him and Jimmy Graham retweeted like real negative shit. I'm like, man, he losing the locker room.
Yeah,
he losing the locker room, man. Because now we see that.
I'm not surprised. I'm surprised in that it took this goddamn long.
And it's crazy because the person that Nick Foles said it to was Andy Dalton. Yeah, and Andy Dalton was in agreement. So that's real bad. The guy that you want to start so bad is actually agreeing with your third string quarterback that your shit don't work. That's awful. And I like, yeah, that's awful. All right, so Justin Fields won't be starting this week. We all know that he's not going to start. Matt, if like he said, that was his scapegoat. If Andy Dalton is healthy, Andy Dalton is QB1. So it was a good setup by for the coach to have Andy Dalton starting for the rest of the year and have Justin Fields sit. Like Like that was his plan from the get-go.
Yes, his plan was to have him beat Patrick Mahomes, don't play into the last game of the season,
Yep.
and the Bears have a winning record. That was his thought process.
Yep.
Okay,
Hey, look,
okay, we're
yeah.
gonna win 10 games. Justin Fields won't start until the end of the season. He'll come back in the following year, and he'll come back in and play. That was his thoughts.
Yep. And that's it. But thing is, and I told you Bears fans too, like, man, don't be down on Andy Dalton. You know, because Andy Dalton was actually efficient. He was efficient. We were just so eager to see our new quarterback that you didn't see what the things that Andy Dalton was doing. He was actually doing pretty legit things, pretty good things. He was pretty efficient. And a lot of Bears fans are just looking over. I was like, this guy's kind of efficient, though. So
yeah, I did mention that as well. That Andy Dalton was efficient. He did do things a little bit better than Justin Fields, but that the coach damaged, like specifically sabotaged the man.
He did.
Andy Dalton keep his job. That's cutthroat as fuck. Like that's super cutthroat to do some shit like that.
Yep, that is very disrespectful to Justin Fields. If I were Justin Fields' parents, which they are very tight in their group, I'll be trying to talk to the guy there like, man, what the hell are you trying to do to my son? I'll be on his ass, man, because that was sabotaging right there. But look, Bears fans, I know this is a video. Jonah's video is about what's the title of this video?
Matt Nagy is the hands of Chicago Bears.
Yeah. So it's about Matt Nagy, and yes, you should be upset with Matt Nagy, but we got a football game this week, and you should be very upset with Matt Nagy. You should, and I'm sure Ryan Pace's going to give him one more chance with his quarterback, and so don't expect to see Matt Nagy fired, Bears fans, because you know that's not going to happen. You know, not right now. Because like KO Sports Talk said, like Slick Daddy said, the McCaskies don't have the balls to do it, and they won't do it. So let's get ready for this week. That was embarrassing to the franchise. I hope Matt Nagy's embarrassed. He should be embarrassed, and I really wish he would just swallow his pride and give the play calling details to Bill Lazor, because that was very embarrassing to be a Bears fan. But it made it all the better when I watched the damn Detroit lose the way they did. It made my day a little bit better.
Yeah, I saw the stream later on today when you was like, how the fuck did they do it?
Yeah. That made me so happy. That made me so damn happy, man. I hate them bums. And I'm glad we playing them this week. So hopefully we got a chip on our shoulder. And hopefully we can freaking beat. I know KO Sports Talk thinks that the Lions going to beat the Bears, but no, I don't see that happen. I'll come into Soldier Field and win it. That's not going to happen. Watch the tape.
Hey, if it does happen, Judah,
that's it.
I might make a whole video of me just sitting like this the whole time.
Is that what you're gonna be doing?
Like I think I'm gonna be sitting just like this the whole time. Like, nigga, I think we just became Detroit.
Hell no. I ain't never becoming them bums, man. Ever. I will never concede to they trash ass. Hell no.
I'm just saying that's what might happen. You might see if you see a video with me like this. You gonna know. You gonna know right then and there.
Man, I am not.
My thumbnail gonna start off with me just like this, like.
man. Oh, please don't think like that. If we lose to the Lions, man, I am like, oh boy.
You already know. You already know all the Detroit fans is gonna come straight at you.
Yup. As a matter of fact, I'm about to post a goddamn Detroit video of me, a Lions. Yeah, I'm already gonna start. I'm gonna try to do a video a day because you know how much I can't stand them bums. So I can't. And they already talking shit. They already talking shit on some of their channel. Already talking.
I believe.
Yeah. After freaking Justin Tucker just put 66 66 yards of his foot up their ass. They still talking. So I can't wait for this week. I know we just had a horrible ass game, but this is the Lions, and I'm all up for this shit. I can't stand them bums, man. Can't stand them.
Man.
Hey man, look, bro, I love you, man. Love all y'all. Thanks for coming by. Pizza, TRL, retardno fan. And Mr. Y, I'm gonna check you out, Mr. YTC. See what you're talking about. I used to be in the WWE and WWE. I think I stopped that when God, the golden era, man, when they had Stone Cold and all them dudes, Triple H and all them. When all them went away, man, I was like, damn, new era of WWE. So I kind of just stopped watching a little bit. So,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna check your channel out, man. I'm gonna check it out. All right, Jonas, man. I just wanted to stop by, man. Bears fans, do not be depressed. I know that was a depressing game, but look, man, we got 14 more games to go. Okay, 14 more games to go. You know, it's a long season. Okay, this one did kind of was just embarrassing. I understand Bears fans, but let's get right back at it, and let's just see what happens. Starting with the Detroit Lions, man. One game at a time.
Yeah. That's all
Yep.
we can do.
That's all you can do.
Now.
Yep. All right, Jonah, man, have a good day, champ. And I'll check you. When's your next video? Your next live?
The sports hangout will be this Wednesday at 8:30.
Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Okay. All right. I will mark that down, man, because what you're gonna be talking. Okay. And what are y'all doing these sports hangouts? You just chat?
The sports hangout, we always jump it off with rant and rave. Everybody get the chance to rant and rave about their team, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay.
Then after that, we do the NFL pick'ems, and
Okay.
then we discuss the reason why we picking the team. Sometimes it just ain't no reason to even discuss it because who the hell is matched up. So we just be like, hey, ain't no reason to discuss that. And then after that, it's basically free for all talk. We still talking. We might talk about Madden. We still talk about other sports, and then of course use that. We use that for the first episode. We be talking shit to each other and just right.
Right. Okay. All right, man. Love you guys, man. Go Bears. Vamos Oso. Super Bears Super Bowl. Let's just rebound, man. All right. Let's wipe this one completely off our goddamn brains because that was embarrassing. I'll holler at you guys next time.
All right, man.
All right. See you later.
All right. Okay, people. Unless someone else wants to hop in the live stream, the link is in the description. If not, this live stream will officially end within the next few minutes because I also got other shit that I got to do as well. So I'm just gonna give it a few more minutes. Of course, my guest that just left was the Ghost of Judah Tribe. He also is a fellow Bear fan. So just make sure to look him up as well on YouTube. Like and subscribe to his channel as well. Everything else as well. Just make sure to specifically type in the Ghost of Judah Tribe. So make sure to tune into that as well. But seems like no one else wants to hop in the live stream right now and discuss Bears football or even rant and rave about your own team and discuss about what was going on as well. So just make sure yet again to like and subscribe to my channel. Comment down below as well once the live stream is over, and just make sure to tune in to the Jonah Pitney podcast that I do have going on, the main event podcast that I have going on with KO Sports Talk every Friday. It comes on so anywhere between 4 and 7 o'clock p.m. Depending on where you stay, and also just make sure to tune in to the sports hangout that I do every Wednesday. Of course, you'll be seeing the Ghost of Judah Tribe make a guest appearance, Mr. YTC, CEO of Top Dog Giants Nation, KO Sports Talk, and then now because he changed his name again, Depression Butters. So you might also every blue moon might see Jay Morris or a few guys come in like a big place Slay. He has yet to come in yet, but I'm pretty sure one of these days he might come in. So you might see a lot of guest appearances. You might see CG Ruthless Sports if he decides to come in as well. So just make sure to check out everybody channel that I did also mention as well. People that do have content available on theirs as well. Big Play Slay is an Eagles fan. CG Ruthless Sports is a Giants fan. I actually got his intro so that I can even play that for you guys so that you can tune in to his channel as well. Mr. YTC, I still ain't forgot about you, man. I'm gonna give you an official shout out in the next pre-recorded video that I do, most likely this week with the Lions video as well. But I will just let y'all see a quick preview of CG Ruthless Sports as well, giving him a good shout out as well. Here it is right here.
You know, some people out there, when they talk, they fake the funk. You know, some people out there, when they talk, they fake the funk. You want brutally honest? Well, if you want brutally honest, look no further than CG Ruthless Sports. CG Ruthless Sports. CG Ruthless. If you want your sports talk to be brutally honest, come check out CG. CG Ruthless. If you're not watching CG Ruthless, I don't know what to tell you. Representing the Niner Empire. CG Ruthless.
Okay, yet again, make sure to tune in to CG Ruthless Sports channel. If you are a YouTuber and you want me to also display your channel as well, just let me know. Comment on my channel and then let me know that you do want your shit showed as well. I will do that. That is no problem as well. I just need permission in order to be able to show you that. So yet again, just make sure to tune into that. And also, man, just this is Jonas Pipney bringing it back to you once again with another sports reaction, talking about Matt Naggy and how he is the cancer that is holding back our Chicago Bears. And he's going to continue to do that until the McCaskies do something about it or Ryan Pace decides to fire him. Until then, we stuck with him and his terrible, incompetent game planning. So, all right then, people. Peace out and just look out for the next few videos that'll be coming out as well. All right, people. Peace out.
But fam, it don't matter. This is just the introduction. I'm gonna be busting from here on after. So cease with the laughter. If you seek disaster, then you